夏威夷的拉海纳并不是在山里面，它是在海旁边，而且是在棕榈海滩旁边。你怎么会认为会有所谓的森林野火烧到你家里头来？结果最主要是旁边的植被，还有可能电线起火、野火助长的原因。它每1分钟就烧1英里，所以刚开始要他们撤离的时候，民众就是这家是我的一切。后来发现要逃的时候，很多人来不及逃，目前为止失踪。还有1000多个人应该是不会找到了。重建的经费是55亿2千万美元。
Never seen devastation like this. It really does look like atomic bomb was dropped, like Hiroshima.
Rowena Kukahiko has lived in Lahaina all her life. Now everything she's ever known is gone, pulverized by a deadly firestorm that swept through and destroyed all in its path.
Front Street, it was beautiful, you know. So many restaurants, so many shops. I've never cried. I'm like, but I talk about it. When I talk about it, it's really.
I'm sorry.
拉海纳在夏威夷语是烈日的意思。如今，这个滋养着近12万人的太阳之地，却未能上演《伊索寓言》里北风与太阳的结局。烈日最终败给了北风。
This was the town of Lahaina, the bustling heart of the island of Maui. Now it's ash, rubble and ruin. A smouldering grid of cinders after fires ripped through this coastal town, leaving homes as empty husks and leaving scores dead and with the death toll still rising. In the grisly aftermath, the streets are littered with the remains of whatever couldn't make it out. Cars abandoned to the flames now form a ghostly traffic jam.
星星之火可以燎原，住在贸易岛的查理深谙此理，但他从没想过会成为这句话的见证者。8月8号那天，他一如既往地沿着前街骑车，察觉到风很大，因为就在2天前的8月6号，美国国家气象局设于檀香山的区域总部已经发出了关于飓风朵拉的警报。
Power had already been out by the time I had woken up. And what I started to notice was how severe the wind was.
Oh, it's crazy.
And the weather was not at all as normal as it usually is.
There was already an air of this being a different day, an unusual day.
Yes. As the day continues, the severity of the weather just continues to worsen as the conditions just kept getting harsher and harsher.
It felt like dangerous wind.
Yes.
Around 6 p.m, Charlie looked out the back door and a series of fires were burning in the hills beyond his house, tearing across the parched land in the distance.
And we've been in a drought forever, so it was just kindling.
Within minutes, smoke from the fires was looming in the skies above his neighborhood. And just an hour later, the flames had reached the end of his street. By 7:52 p.m, according to his phone, the field at the back of his house was now completely ablaze. So when you opened your back door and saw this, what did you think?
I still thought I had a chance, honestly, and I wasn't willing to give up just yet. So.
Because many people would think this fire is getting closer to me. It's at the end of my street, potentially. I should run. What made you stay?
It's my home. I've lived there for 10 years. You know, it was my piece of heaven. It was the only thing I really had.
So you were going to cling to it to the last?
Yep. That's all I had. Like many people who have lost their homes, that's all we ever had. You know?
火势迅速蔓延，风速高达每小时81英里，约130公里。这意味着大火每分钟就要推进1英里。晚间8点半，查理打开了水龙头，发现一滴水也没有。此时他才开始感到绝望，因为他连仅有能够对抗的武器都没有了。
I'm 2 doors away from our house.
By 10:30 p.m, this was the front of Charlie's street. Fires exploding all around, and this was the back. By then, he was hemmed in, and Charlie knew he had to escape. So he rushed to the bathroom to grab his medicine. He crouched to avoid the ferocious flames, grabbed his pills and ran.
Because the heat was so severe. It felt like I was standing behind a jet engine almost. It was just so blistering.
This is sad.
The scene outside was apocalyptic. The entire neighborhood engulfed in flames. Everything Charlie ever knew, all the memories he cherished, destroyed in a matter of hours.
I mean, this is like a scene from a horror movie. What was going through your mind?
I thought I was done for, actually. Had to settle for the fact that I'm now homeless and I have lost everything. My livelihood, my life, everything I've been working on for the last few years is gone.
This is what gone looks like. An entire town disappeared in just 5 ferocious hours.
根据夏威夷州的气象数据，夏威夷平均气温已经比1950年高出2度C。从1920年到2012年，该州90%以上的地区变得越来越干旱。在这场火灾发生前，茂宜岛本身也处于红色警报状态，以及将出现高温、非常低的湿度和更强的风。
Locals have hurriedly assembled a network of small boats to get supplies into Lahaina. This is personal for so many people.
My family and friends were all affected by this. Our town has been decimated. I don't even know what to say. I mean, I just want to break down and cry.
All hands on deck to move to another boat that's going to go to shore with that stuff.
We travelled in one of the boats yesterday, carrying everything from pyjamas and prams to pots and pans. Each item hauled away via a human conveyor belt to shore. Everyday items that just 5 days ago people here took for granted. Not anymore.
在一片废墟之中，至少我们还有彼此。夏威夷人用这样的心情接受了这个巨大的悲剧。
Aloha knows no bounds, and I'm so proud to live on Maui. People are going to make it. We're going to get through this.